Hi, I'm Jessie Ahmet, your host of Valley News Now, and we've got kind of a Friday gig here lately. These last
Right?
Friday and this Friday, I think that counts enough as a new tradition, maybe.
I think so, yeah.
Good deal. Hopefully I can rope you into doing this another time. But here with James Bergman, and thank you so much for being here, singer-songwriter.
Absolutely.
Yes, and we're talking about practical kindness today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to go right over to Facebook so people
Perfect.
can see.
Yeah. So a friend of mine started this this group called Practical Kindness, and it's all about just kind of like how do we take the kindness that we all feel in our heart and turn it into something that's visible, that we can use, that's actionable
Yeah.
on a day-to-day basis. And
Which is what we all want to do.
Exactly.
But we don't know how.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so it feels like having an opportunity to talk about what that could look like
Yeah.
is so wonderful. And so she's actually having an event on Sunday.
Awesome. I'm gonna go
August
back
20th
there.
from 1 to 3. And it's going to be at the Rourke in Moorhead, which I'm actually really excited about because it's such a beautiful building.
It is.
It's filled with so much beautiful artwork. And so having an excuse to be there and the fact that there's going to be
Just
cookies
gonna go there
there.
too, real quick. All right,
You know.
cookies and kindness, telling
Yeah.
stories. It sounded like. So here's the Rourke. I just had to pop over there because it is so beautiful, and they've got so many cool events going on all of the time.
Absolutely.
And so here is this one. Share a story of kindness and have a cookie. Love to hear about the things that have really helped you out, meant a lot to you, and the people who are always there for you, or simply things that have brightened your day. The more stories we share, the more ideas we gain for how to help the people in our lives. So Sunday, August 20th, from 1 to 3.
That's right.
How cool is that?
Yeah, and it feels like kindness. The word kindness has showed up a lot in like in the zeitgeist. It's
Yeah.
everywhere, but I feel like there's something that is very very tangible about that. We all know what that looks like. We can all think about that.
True. That's a really good point. We know what it looks like when we receive it, right? But sometimes we were talking earlier about how sometimes you go, if there's anything I can do, please give me a call, or anything you need, I'm here for you. But rarely ever do we call those people or text those people or ask for anything. But really, if we would, when you're on the other end of that, on either side of that,
Yeah.
you would love to have those things done for you, and you would love to do those things for the people you care about.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I've been thinking, so one of the things, I haven't even talked to Brandy about this, who's in charge of Practical Kindness, but I love this idea. I love sayings. I like going through like old sayings and the
Yeah.
saying, do me a kindness.
Yeah.
And I just thought, oh, that sounds really nice.
does.
That'd be really great. And so I thought, I love having those small index cards to draw and to write on. I've got young kids,
Oh,
and so they're easy to
perfect.
bring along
Yes.
and pull out and be like, have at
Right,
it.
there you go.
But I thought it would be really great for me. I've got some friends who I'd love to support in certain ways, and I think for them to think of 9 ways I could support them, and to write that out on an
Yeah.
index card, almost like a bingo card or tic-tac-toe, something like that, and then to share that with me. And when they're down or they need a little bit of help, to say like, hey, do me a kindness, pick out one of those things on there, whether it's, buy me some coffee or deliver my groceries or something like
Right.
that. Something that's very easy, but something that shows people that they're not alone.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be able to think of those things. I had a friend once who we were working in a nonprofit and, trying to think of, okay, what does the community need? And she just said it so simply, we need to ask them, instead of assuming we know, oh, I think they need this, I think they need that. And she gave me an example from her life that I thought, yeah, why don't we just ask? And why don't we tell people what we need, And then, like you said, those times when you're like, hey, you could just text James, do me a kindness today. And you almost have like a menu. We kind of
Yeah.
talked about that from like little things like, hey, what would help me out? I've already ordered my groceries. Just pull up at this time, pick them up, bring them to me. You could leave them in the entryway. You don't even have to talk to me. And what a huge relief that can be for somebody.
And I think we've all gotten really good at not asking for things and being independent. I
Yeah.
think that's what, when I think about the culture of the region, I think like that's something that was, at times really important. It's like, yeah, we can do this, we've got this.
Right.
But also, we're a community.
Yeah.
And we do better when we all exist in community in a way that we can agree on. And I think for us to speak about what it is that we need and to be there to help other people do the same and to model that, it's very powerful.
That's really true, to be able to model that too. And I think having that having 9 things so you know which thing maybe fits your personality or that you're good at giving. I remember being in groups when my kids were little, and they would always do meals, which is awesome, but I'm not a cook. That is not my jam.
Right.
And so I was always like, is there something else? Like, can I come do laundry for you, or do you have any sewing that needs doing? I mean, I'll pick you up a pizza, but I don't know that that's really what you want.
Right.
So it's cool to have some ideas of what you can do to help people out. And like you said, I mean, you think of those times when you've gotten a chance to help somebody, or when someone's come to your need. It could be the simplest thing, but when it just hit you the right way, nothing means more than that. Nothing like ties us together more than that.
Yeah, and I think about just kind of how that makes us feel good when we do something nice for somebody.
Yeah.
That makes somebody else feel good when they realize, oh, you know what, this is something that they actually want to do. And I feel like that's a really easy way to just uplift both somebody who you care about, and then also yourself.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Really, when you're down, that is one of the greatest things to do, is to do a kindness for somebody else.
Yeah.
Too.
And it's just, I mean, go ahead and look at it as a selfishness.
Right.
It's kind of like, if I'm doing something good for somebody else and that can brighten up their day, that makes me feel a whole lot better than I did before too.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of almost a little addicting. Honestly, it's a very nice feeling. So I'm going to show this event one more time real quick, and then I'm hoping you'll sing for us.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I love that Practical Kindness is the name of the page. Please follow them for ideas and stories on how kindness makes a difference in the world.
I mean, how cool. What a simple idea, but yet so profound and so meaningful to just make an organization, Practical Kindness.
Yeah.
Yeah, how cool. Okay, I'm going to get out of your way while you sing, though, because
All right.
I don't want to be distracted. Okay. Oh, here we go.
All right, so I've written a lot of songs about kindness before, but this is one. Hope you enjoy it. I can admit I might not be sure how I got here. I mean, I might have an idea or two, but either way, I think I'd have to say, even if you're not here for me, I'm right here for you. I mean, let's be honest, I'm already right here, and I'm trying to live a life of love and not one that's befouled by fear. We're stronger when we realize all of our lives are intertwined. And we were designed with kindness in mind. We were meant to be kind by design. Like, if you don't have enough of something, I'd be glad to give you some of mine. And every single time I give a bit of what I've got, I find we were designed with kindness in mind. Kindness in mind. We were designed with kindness in mind.
That was awesome, James. I'll just come on this side.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, there we go. Oh, I love that. That was great. I feel like no one ever goes broke by giving to other people.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. I think, whatever your word for it is, but people would say, you can't outgive God, and I think that's so true. Like, you just outgive, giving to others, to me, is kind of, I guess, your way of giving to God, and I don't think you can outgive that.
Yeah, and I think there's also like this idea of abundance, and the idea of the more freely we give, the more free we are to receive.
Yeah.
And it just kind of feels like, I think about sometimes, we get something and we're so excited about it that we hold on to it so tightly that we can't accept anything else.
Yeah.
And sometimes we've got to we've got to move it around for us to receive more.
Yeah, that's very true. Oh, that's awesome. What a simple but wonderful message today. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Practical Kindness. I'm going to go one more time back to the website or the Facebook page, so you can pop over there. I mean, just Practical Kindness Project, and then this weekend, how fun. I mean, what are you doing Saturday afternoon? You could binge some Netflix, or you could go connect with some people and have a great time at the Rourke Art Gallery and Museum. Share your story of kindness and have a cookie. I love it. She's like, because cookies are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are fun.
That's right.
Thank you so much, James.
Absolutely.
James Bergman, singer-songwriter. And you do a lot of things for charities in town, and so how can people contact you? If they're like,
Oh, yeah.
I would like you to write me a song.
Yeah, feel free to reach out to me on social media, on Facebook, or I do have a website. It's kind of in the middle of being revamped, but you can also contact me through that. And I love sharing the stories of the people who are doing amazing things here in our community, and there's a lot of you. So feel free to reach out.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm Jessie Ammett, your host of Valley News Now.